God, look at you.
I know. Isn't this just so bizarre?
You know what? You look right at home there. This looks like it was made for you. I love it.
Really?
Yeah.
It was so amazing to run into you. And I took a picture of us, and I was just staring at it because it doesn't feel like that much time has gone by since we made Mad Love in Seattle 25 years ago.
It's unbelievable. I can't even believe it was 25 years. Yeah. I mean, it's so funny. It was look at you. Oh my God. Chopped hair.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. That's a great picture. That old International Harvester.
I remember.
That was so much fun. That was such a fun shoot. I mean, being up in Seattle at that time was just amazing.
Well, because when we weren't working, I would meet up with friends and go to a coffee house, and there'd be like a guy coming out to sing on his guitar named Beck, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
And
good memories for everybody.
And I remember on Mad Love, I mean, I was so wild at that point in my life. I mean, I would say straight up cray. And just having the best time, and, you know, I would just take scissors to my hair, and I would, you know.
And photograph clouds for no reason with your Polaroid.
Exactly.
These amazing clouds.
Oh my God, you have really got my number. And what I love about you, and then we did other movies together. We did Batman Forever, and we kept circling each other. And I loved when you sort of settled in, and I felt like when I would watch you, I felt like you are someone who found such a good real life dream job balance. You have.
It's tough. It's tough. I mean, that's always the goal, and you kind of never know where life's going to take you. I do think about that a lot. If I hadn't ended up marrying my wife, Caroline, where my life would have gone, because I think that she was my last chance at what I consider a normal family life. You know what I mean? She was somebody that I knew from before I was ever a celebrity. And we all know how people's impressions of you change when you become a celebrity, and you're always wondering in the back of your head, is this genuine? Is this authentic? And so I'm grateful that I found the right person. And I remember, I was very young. I was 26, and typically with a young 26-year-old actor, that's not really the move to go out and get married, but it was the right thing for me. And it's the choice I made. I couldn't be happier. But it's funny, Drew, I have to confess, I had so much fun making Mad Love. I've actually never seen it. I started to watch it with you one day, and it was so funny because I don't know if you remember, there was a screening on one of the Warner Brothers lots, and I was sitting between you and Caroline, who was my girlfriend at the time, and we got into a couple of these scenes, and I said, I can't handle this. I can't sit between the two of you and watch this movie. So truthfully, and people, I always have, especially young girls who come up and like, oh, I love that movie. It was so amazing. I'm thinking, thank you. And I can't comment. I don't know how it ended up turning out.
But that speaks so true to, you're a person with really good valuals. And I knew that being around you, in those years.
Oh, it's not even that. I just get embarrassed watching myself on screen. It's an uncomfortable experience. I mean, even to this day, sometimes you go back years later and it feels a little more, when you can distance yourself. But when you're that close to it, I don't know if you feel the same way, but for me, it's the experience of making it. And that's what it was all about. What happens later is out of my hands, and I may not like some of the choices the directors, the editors made. So, it can be frustrating, or it can be incredibly satisfying if they did a great job and made you look better than you actually were.
Yeah, I mean, we work with this incredible post team here, and I'm always, when we first all sat down, I was like, listen, sat down over Zoom. I was like, the power of editing, you guys know that you actually have the ability to make people look bad, good, mean, nice, silly, not funny. Yeah. The power really is in your hands. Editors have an incredible amount of control and can truly carve and manipulate a situation. And
yeah, well, I think that's why, actors always gravitate towards wanting to do the theater and be on the stage, because that's the one time where the actor has total control. In television, it's always about the writers, and film, it's always about the directors. But when you're on stage, it's your performance, and the audience is going to see it the way you want them to see it.
You know, I've never thought of theater in that context. I always think of theater and feel guilty because my family, the Barrymores, were such theater people, and I really haven't done theater in my life. And I feel like, is that sacrilege? That like,
You'd be great. Yeah.
like, do you feel like you've struck that like Hollywood job / grounded real life balance?
I got to tell you, I wouldn't trade my position with anybody. For right now, I couldn't be happier doing what I'm doing. And I think the same situation, what you're talking about, LL and I were both in the same position. We've both been around the block many times. We recognized what a great opportunity this show was. And we went in with the attitude, we are going to work as hard as humanly possible to make this thing, to give it every chance to be successful. Whether or not it works, who knows? You don't know what kind of chemistry you're going to have. You don't know if people are going to tune in, you're going to get the eyeballs. Fortunately for us, they did. And we have tried to live up to that standard that we set from day one. And it's been a wonderful experience.
NCIS Los Angeles airs Sunday nights on CBS in its 12th season. A solid show for a truly solid human being. Chris O'Donnell, I just think the world of you. I always have, I always will.
Thank you, Drew.